Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are here with another interesting topic for you people. The topic that we are going to talk about is 10 terribly bungled crimes. The annals of true crime are filled with some truly amazing heists that were carefully planned and brilliantly orchestrated. The Lufthansa heist in New York in 1978 is a great example. At $5.8 million, it surpassed even the famous Brinks job in Boston, Massachusetts, in 1950, which netted the bandits more than $2.75 million in cash and checks. Both of these heists were sensational. They captured headlines from the crime to the police investigation, through the trials and beyond. But both are peanuts compared to a couple more recent heists. A squad of Brazilian criminals tunneled through two city blocks in Fortaleza in August 2005 and excavated their way into the bank vault from below. The criminals made off with $70 million. Until February 2006, when a securities storage warehouse was freed of its cash holdings, the Brazilian theft was by far the greatest grab ever. At least 5 blue-collar individuals, including a roofer and a postman, stole $92 million. It's simple to see why stories like this catch the public imagination so effortlessly. But what about criminals who have a turn of events? Like the Indiana guy who shot himself in the crotch with his own gun during an armed robbery in January 2008, ultimately stopping the crime. Police blotters are replete with anecdotes of criminals who plainly didn't understand the complexities of crime. We respectfully present only 10 instances of failed crimes in no particular sequence. Let's get started. In August 2007, a woman in Rochelle, Georgia, successfully committed the crime of purchasing and ingesting crack cocaine. But after she split her purchase and smoked 1/3, she found she wasn't intoxicated. Fearing that she had been ripped off, the woman, 53-year-old Juanita Marie Jones, called local police to enlist their help to get her money back. When deputies arrived at her home, she showed her purchase to them, and they promptly arrested her for possession of crack. This woman wasn't the only one who should have thought things through a little more. You'll find more criminal blunders in the next part of this video. As the old saying goes, crime doesn't pay. Or, at least it didn't for the robbers whose stories follow. Here are 3 more bungled crimes. Bank robbers of questionable intelligence have been known to use their own deposit slips as a note in the robbery. This tradition continued in September 2007 when Forrest Kelly Bissonette, a 27-year-old Englewood, Colorado, resident, passed a note to a bank teller on the back of one of his own checks. Unlike some previous robbers, Bissonette was clever enough to make an attempt to black out his name. He failed, however, as FBI agents were able to glean the information from the check. The man was successful in making off with around $5,000. He eventually surrendered to police. The next failed crime was committed by a man in Phoenix, Arizona, robbed a bank in July 2007, but it appears that the rules governing police chases weren't clear to the man. While being pursued by squad cars and helicopters, the man pulled into a convenience store and ran inside. The cashier reported the fleeing robber told him, "Quick pack of cigarettes. Here's $20. Give me a pack of cigarettes." The cashier gave him the cigarettes, and the man quickly left the store and drove off, with police close behind. He was caught shortly after the pack of cigarettes was still unopened. Our next criminal is a man who went missing in 1985, turned up in the chimney of a gift shop in Natchez, Mississippi, during renovations 15 years later. His corpse was found by masons, and he was identified by a wallet found near him. Since the missing man had a prior history of burglary, investigators concluded that he had become caught in the chimney as he tried to crawl into the gift shop to rob it. He is believed to have injured himself, which may have led to his eventual death in the chimney. Poor soul. Perhaps at this point, you're thinking that one of these crooks will get a clue. But you'd be wrong. In the next part, we'll take a look at some more clumsy crimes. Go on, the song says, take the money and run. Or walk. Or take a bus. In Atlanta, in January 2008, Channel Monet Gaskin robbed a bank branch, using only a stick-up note. Gaskin was in the clear until she was outside the bank and a dive bomb exploded, covering her in orange paint. Not wanting to be conspicuous, she ditched the useless money and her stained clothes in a public restroom, changing into a new outfit. Then, to get away, she went to a bus stop near the bank and waited for a bus to arrive. While waiting, Gaskin was caught and arrested by police. Surprisingly, she had successfully used the Atlanta bus system as getaway transportation after a previous robbery. Assassination attempts are rarely amusing, especially when you consider that someone would have died if everything had gone according to plan. During the trial of South African government official Dr. Wouter Bosson in 2000, details of a plot to kill African leaders living in London emerged. A South African assassin picked up the proposed murder weapon, an umbrella rigged to distribute poison, through a spike in the tip. The man who gave it to him accidentally tested it out on himself as he demonstrated it. He survived, but it could have been taken as an omen. Once the plan was hatched, they found one of the two targets no longer lived in London, and they couldn't keep tabs on the other. The plot was abandoned and the umbrella thrown into the Thames. The next thing is, it would seem logical that once you've gotten away with a crime, you should make it a point to stay away from police in general. This appears to have been proven by R.C. Gatelin, a 21-year-old who became curious when he noticed police demonstrating their equipment to local children on a Detroit street in 1988. Gatelin asked the officers to show him as well and handed them his driver's license for use in a demonstration of a field background check. When the police ran Gatelin's information, they found he had a warrant out for his arrest for his involvement in a 1986 armed robbery in St. Louis. Gatelin was arrested by the demonstrating officers. To paraphrase another song, "Don't dream, it's over. If at first you don't succeed, try again, right? Unless you get caught and they put you in jail. At least then you'll have some time to plan your next caper." In suburban Miami in October 2007, an unidentified man placed an order at a fast food drive-thru. Upon hearing that his order would cost him $7.41, he let the cashier on the other end of the speaker know that he wouldn't be paying more than the $1.75 he had on him. After it was explained to him that wouldn't do it, he drove off, only to return to the pickup window moments later on foot. He opened the window, pulled a gun on employees, and tried unsuccessfully to retrieve his order. He instead settled on a fistful of ketchup packets, but apparently decided on the way back to his car they weren't worthwhile. He threw them to the ground and drove off. Well, for now, these clumsy crimes are enough. We will see later now. Hope you liked it. I'm sure you liked it, that's why you got to this part, so go ahead and give a thumbs up to this video. Thank you for still bearing with us. Also folks, you can let us know what would you like to see in our next video in the comments section below. Your comments are valuable to us. So, do let us know what you would like to see next. Keep yourself and your family safe.